Hi, this is Jana with Bees Knees SVG, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble this adorable ghost belly lantern just in time for Halloween. So what you want to do first is open Cricut Design Space, select your upload button, select upload image, and then browse it out to where you saved your file. Select your file, and don't worry, it looks like it's missing a bunch of pieces, but hit continue and they are there. They are just white. So go ahead and hit the upload button, and that'll put it on your canvas. And as you saw, there are two files, one for a hanging ghost and one for a tabletop ghost. I'm walking you through the hanging ghost, but assembly is exactly the same for both, so no matter which one you're making, follow along. So if you want to change the size of your ghost, I prefer the size, but if you want to change it, now is the time while it's all grouped together. Just select the corner and make it bigger or smaller. I'm going to put it back to its original size. And also here, if you want to change the color of any of your pieces, you can ungroup and just they're individual now to select. But you don't have to do anything. It's set up just to go and cut. So I'm going to go ahead and make it. You can save your project. It's always a good idea. And make it on your mat. So let's talk about the mat size. This one is set up for 12 by 12, but I usually like to use letter size because I find it much more affordable to buy from Michaels if you're in the US. Those Recollections paper, they're 8.5 by 11. They come like 50 in a pack, and they're always on sale. You can get them buy one, get one free, buy one, get one half off. So for me, it's the most affordable way to paper craft. It's 65-pound weight, which is perfect for these projects. But actually for this one, I am going to use 12 by 12 because my favorite white cardstock is American Craft cardstock. I love their textured white for these projects. I'll link that below. So whatever size, material size works for you, go ahead and select that. And let's take a look at the pieces on this mat. So this down here is our panel, and this is kind of an intricate cut. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the setting that says intricate cardstock for intricate cuts. So browse for that on your maker. If you have an Explorer, turn your dial to custom and find that. And then if you have heavier cardstock, I'm using the 80-pound, go ahead and turn your pressure to more. Again, I would use 65-pound or 80-pound cardstock for these projects. I would not use anything thicker because you have a lot of layers and it's not going to fit together correctly if you try to go thicker, and you're going to have a hard time cutting it as well. So I use that setting for this whole mat, even though these pieces do not need to be intricate cut, but it doesn't hurt if they are cut out that way. So same thing for your second mat, select intricate cut because you have these panels. And then you have your black piece of your ghost and your your pink piece of your ghost. I use 65-pound cardstock. You can use 80, but I would use the cut setting medium cardstock to cut those out. And then lastly, you have these blue pieces. So these are your vellum pieces, and these go behind the panel to give it that nice frosted lantern-y look. And luckily, Cricut has a setting called vellum. So just go ahead and select that one and use that to cut these out. Now, I would definitely use your blue light grip mat for these. Unless you're working with glitter cardstock, then you want to use your green medium grip. But if you use anything too heavy, the paper gets stuck and it tears, and those intricate pieces get left behind on your mat. So we don't want that. So let's go ahead and cut these pieces out. So what you want to do first, once you have everything cut out, is make sure all of your pieces are cleaned up. And what I mean by that is when you're cutting paper, I often get these little hangers on that, they just hang on by the corner. So what you have to do is push them through, and then I like to pull them from the back. That way, in case it tears at all, it tears in the back so you can't see it. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to get our panels, and we want to get our nice little pieces of vellum that we cut out. So we want to take our panels, make sure they're facing up, and then you want to flip it over. You want to take it and outline it with glue. Make sure you stay closer to the inside so the glue doesn't hang over the vellum. And then go ahead and put some glue on the back of your boo. And then make sure your vellum is facing the correct way. So the skinnier portion of it is facing towards the top. And then go ahead and put it on your panel. And then you have this nice panel with your vellum on the back, which is gonna make a great lantern. So go ahead and finish the rest of your panels. Okay, now that you have all of your panels done, go ahead and set those aside. We will use those later. And pull out your ghost. So the way the ghost goes is white layer, black layer, pink layer, and then white layer. So let's go ahead and glue those in that order. So start with your white and your black. Take your black, make sure it's facing the right direction, and then flip it upside down and put glue all over the back of him. And go ahead and glue it together. And then get your pink piece out next and make sure he's facing the right direction. Then flip him upside down and glue him. Perfect. Now get your last piece, make sure he's facing the right direction, and then flip him upside down and put glue on him as well. Okay, great. Our cute ghost is all glued together. Now what we need to do next is we need to get these two, I call them egg-shaped or oval-shaped. These are going to be the structure of the belly. And we actually want to start with this guy here. You can see he has slots in the top and the bottom of his top and his bottom. So take him and grab your ghost and then go ahead and slide it right into the slit in the ghost. Might need to work it a little bit to get him in there. Once he's in there, go ahead and push it down against the ghost and make sure you can see a slot, because what we need to do is we need to take this guy that has a slot at the top and the bottom, and we need to put him in that slot that you just made. Now, the order that these go in, it absolutely does matter. So make sure you put them in the same exact order. Get them worked in there, and then you can see they should all be flush at the top and the bottom. So we're good with that, but what we are missing is the stability here. So we need to hold our lantern pieces in place. And we're gonna do that by using these two circles. So I like to start at the bottom. The bigger circle goes on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. And this part definitely takes the most patience because you need to slide these pieces in as you make your way around. And it's a tight fit because you want it to be stable. So you might get to a point where you have to bend your paper a little bit to get it in that slot, which is totally fine. Just make sure you don't rip or crease your paper, because then your lantern loses its stability if you do that. Okay, I've clicked those all into place. Now we're going to take our smaller circle and we are going to slide him in at the top. Okay, we have our lantern in and it's stabilized. And then the last thing we need to do is just take our panels. And there is a slot in the top and the bottom of each circle. So just slide your panel into those slots. So here is our cute ghost, and we just have one more thing to do before we're finished. we need to figure out what is the best way to light this guy up. So let's talk lights. I've got out my cute tabletop version of this guy so we can see him. My first option is just your regular old LED tea light. I like this one because it has that classic yellowy Halloween creepy light vibe. Plus you probably have it hanging around your house already. Option number 2 is this little guy, and I like him. You just twist him to turn him on. I like him for a couple of reasons. 1, he's little, easy to pop in. 2, it comes 40 in a pack, so it's very affordable. It's lightweight, so if you're hanging these, it's not adding a lot of weight to it. And if you're making a bunch of these for a party, it's a really good option just to take them and throw them in. It is more of a blue-white light, so if you prefer that, that looks cute with the ghosts, then that's a good option. And this last option is my favorite. It's LED light. You just twist it to turn it on. What's really cool about it is it's different colors. So you can let it cycle through the different colors, or you can just pick one color in particular to stick with. My favorite thing about this is it comes with a remote control. So you can control all the different colors and all the different options, but the best part is you can just turn it on and off from here. So you don't have to go and open up the back and turn it off every night. So it's very convenient, and that one is my favorite. But I will link all of these below, and whichever one you prefer is the perfect one to go with. I hope you have a very happy Halloween.